Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time this video may find you. This is actually going to be a two-part video series. If you're interested in seeing the series on the Poly syncs, which I have here, I have two Sync 60s, I have a Sync 40, and I have a Sync 20. If you're interested in looking at that video, click the link that's going to be above my head. If you're interested in comparing their soundbars, we have the P15 here, we have the R30 here, and we have the big boy. Actually, technically, this is not the big boy. There's one that's for larger rooms, but this one right here is the Poly USB Studio, and that's the video we're going to do right now. The main difference between the three of these soundbars is the 15 is really more personally for you. So if you're working from home and you've got your dual monitor set up, you can actually sit this directly on top of your monitor and it works, right there. If you're in a small huddle space, where you have 3 or 4 people in a really small huddle space, really small conference room, that's where the 30 comes in place. But if you're in a conference room where you have 6 or maybe 10 people, that is when the Studio USB comes into place. I'm going to do some recordings. I'm going to record directly from the 15. We're going to check the audio and we're going to check the video. I'm going to record directly from the 30. We're going to do the same thing, and then again from the Studio USB. All three of these soundbars, they all have cameras, they all have microphones, they all have speakers. They're all a single USB. They all have the tracking, so if you move around, the camera's going to follow you. They all have the audio fencing built into them through the PolyLens software, which I can show you, which is a pretty nice feature, which works really well. I've got another video specifically on this soundbar, and if you click the link above my head right now, I go into that, and you can see how well it works. I have a fish tank that's bubbling really loud, and you can't hear it at all. So let's go to the 15 right now. And here we are recording directly from my soundbar here. The soundbar is very close to me. I have my hand on it right now. I had the soundbar set up. It's sitting directly on top of my monitor. I've got my laptop in front of me, and then I have the larger monitor right here, and then the soundbar with the camera sitting directly on top of it. Very similar to how you would have it set up at your house. So, like I said, I'm arms width away, and I am using the microphones on the soundbar. I'm not using my lapel microphone, which I was doing earlier. I have moved the camera further away from me. Now it's probably 3 arms length away from me, and you can see the camera is zooming in on me. So even though the camera is probably 5 feet away from me, you can still hear me pretty well, and it's obviously a clear image. I'm now standing up, and I'm approximately 10 feet away, and you can see the camera is zooming in on me. And it's a little bit echoey, a little bit boomy right now, but I am 10 feet away from the soundbar. I did go back and look at the footage, and the video is a little bit grainy because these cameras don't have optical zooms. Obviously, they just have digital zoom. And zooming in this much, it has definitely affected the way the image looks. I would not recommend being this far away, but I mean, if you're going to be within 5 feet of this soundbar, I think the soundbar works great. Wanted to jump back to the table here and show you how the mount actually goes on the bottom of this soundbar. It actually mounts just like this, and you can see you can make your adjustments here. If you needed to lean a little more forward, you'd push it like this. If you wanted to lean a little more back, you would have it like this, and that little mount screws right on the bottom there. It's just a standard tripod mount. Like I said earlier, let's jump to the 30. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Here we are. And here we are with the R30. I don't know why I said Here we are so many times. Yes, this is the R30, and I'm standing approximately 5 feet away, maybe 6 feet away from the soundbar. So this would have been the second test from the 15. I was about 3 feet away, 2 feet away the first time, and then 5 feet away the second time. And again, this soundbar does zoom, and it will follow. It should zoom over, should pan over to me, maybe because I'm still in the frame. If I come out of the frame, it's going to find me. There I am. And then if I come back over here, and if I go out of the frame, it's probably going to cut to me. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There it goes. There it goes. And you can go into the right back at me here. And you can go into the Poly Lens software and you can adjust the tracking so that it goes a little bit faster. You can also adjust the amount of zoom that it has, whether it's going to be medium, tight, or wide. And right now this is set to the tight, which is the, this is set to medium, which is the default. Sit down here about 10 feet away. And let's see if the camera cuts over to me or zooms in a little bit. Here it comes. And like I said, I am about 10 feet away and at about a 45-degree angle from the camera. This is a somewhat large room that I'm in, maybe 20 feet by 15 feet or 25 feet by 15 feet. So I'll have to go back and listen to it and see if it is echoing. I'll be right back. I did notice that it was a little bit on the echoey side, but it still sounded perfectly fine. I would sit 10 feet away from this sound bar with no issue. I'm back to about 5 feet in front of it right now. I did notice that when I was sitting 10 feet away that it did start to get a little bit grainy, so let's go back over here to 10 feet. I'll keep standing, and again, the camera should follow me here a little bit. And now I'm going to go back to 20 feet, and let's see if the camera picks me up any. Not sure how it sounds. There it goes. It's zooming in on me a little bit, but that looks like it is as far as the camera will zoom in. This soundbar mounts the exact same as the other soundbar, as the 15. It's got a little tripod mount on the bottom of it. You screw the little clamp in the bottom of it, and you sit it right on top of the monitor. Let's check out the Poly USB Studio now. Here we are with the Poly Studio USB, the third and final soundbar that I have that I'm testing. And again, I'm using the camera, I'm using the speakers. I'm not using the speakers, but I'm using the microphones, all built into the camera. I just have the single USB cable plugged into my Mac computer, which is right there, so I can see myself. And this is exactly what I'd sound like in a conference room. But again, this is 5 feet away. I do have this set not to pan, tilt, and zoom. Let me come over here. I'm twice as far away, and how do I sound? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me actually count the ceiling tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I am 19 feet, give or take 6 inches from you, and this is probably the furthest you would want to be from this soundbar. I wouldn't recommend being any further, but of course I'm going to go further. All the way over here, I am 30 feet away. Of course I'm shouting. Right now I'm speaking in a regular tone of voice. If I was having a meeting in here, I would talk to this person in the same voice, this person in the same voice, the person on the far end in the same voice. Again, this soundbar is not meant to be able to pick up sound and zoom in 30 feet, but this is just a comparison video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. "15 feet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 feet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I did want to set it so that it would zoom. So now we're going to zoom just so you can see how far the zoom actually is. So again, I'm about 5 feet away. I'm about 15 feet away. 1, 2, 3, there he goes, and it's coming to find me. Now let me go all the way to the other side of the room, which is 30 feet away. And here I am all the way on the other side of the very messy conference room. And it looks like it's having some difficulty finding me, maybe because there's a bunch of stuff on the table, maybe because I'm too far away. And are we going to zoom in on me now? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Guess that was there. Now we're moving. So this, you really only want to use this soundbar. There we go. Cut right to me. You really only want to use a soundbar. And again, and medium-sized conference room. You don't want a large conference room. If you're talking 10 people, and if you're talking 10 people, I'm at a conference table right here, and I am 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm 12 feet away, and this is really as far as you probably want to be. Can go a little bit further and see if it zooms in on me a little bit more. I'm going to go into the Polyo. I'm going to go into the Poly Lens software, and I'm going to adjust it so it zooms in a little bit more. It was set on tight. I changed it to medium, so now it actually is not going to zoom in quite as much. And I changed the way it tracks from from voice to presenter. And now that I'm going to come over here, I'm still in the shot. I'm going to come out of the shot. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So in presenter mode, it does not seem to track. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to move back some. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So in presenter mode, it will not pan, tilt, or zoom. I'm going to switch back to speak. I'm no longer in presenter mode. I'm now in speak mode. And yes, you can see it is zooming. 1, 2, 3. There I am. 1, 2, 3. I'll walk slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There I am. 16 feet away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There I am. And then 30 feet away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Too much stuff on the table. I'm too far away. This soundbar is not supposed to work from 30 feet away. But it just recognized somebody was talking. Look at it. There it is. It found me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it should come right up and find me. Maybe it's going to cut to me. There we go. And it's going to put me right in the center of the frame. Not exactly in the center of the frame. It's not framing me center. Now I'm in the center of the frame. It didn't frame me center. I noticed that on the other sound bars as well. Let's go back to the table and talk a bit. There is the lineup of the Poly USB soundbars. We have the USB Studio, we have the R30, and we have the P15. So the P15 is great. I like it. I hope that they let me keep this. Poly did send me all this gear. This video is not sponsored by Poly in any way, but they did send me this gear. All this gear is demo. So Megan, if you're watching, can I keep this? Anyways, the P15 is great for just if you're in your office and it's only going to be you, or maybe one person is going to sit next to you at your desk. If you need one step bigger, you definitely want to go with the R30. And again, the R30, you still only want 4 people, maybe 5 people tops. And if you need a room slightly bigger than that, where you're talking 4 to 10 people, you jump up to the Studio USB. All of these are great options. I like them all. They're all priced very well. And the kicker is you can actually get them all. You can order them. You can order them directly from any of your AV vendors. You can't buy directly from Poly. You can buy from Amazon, but if you buy from Amazon, you don't really know what you're going to get. and it could void your warranty if you buy it from Amazon. So buy it from a reputable place. Not that Amazon's not reputable, but they sell anything. So again, I've got the Studio USB, I have the R30, and I have the P15. Great sound bars. I like them a lot. If you have any questions at all, please put them in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If this is your first time to my channel, please be sure to subscribe. Have yourself a wonderful Poly day.